At 40-year-old, I competed in my first bodybuilding competition against guys half my age, and I won 2 pro cards in 2 different divisions. Also at 40 is when I started TRT. I'm going to give you the truth of what I wish someone had told me before I started. For 20 years, fitness was my life. I trained hard. I ate clean. I know more about building a body than almost anyone. And I was running 2 businesses. From the outside, I looked like a man who had it all handled. But I was exhausted. Every system in my body was asking for a break. But I kept pushing because that's what providers do. Then my body made the decision for me. I fractured my humerus, one of the strongest bone in the human body, and blew out my back at the same time. Overnight, the provider was on the floor. I could not pick up my baby daughter. I will never forget the look in her eyes when she realized her dad could not play with her. But what came after was worse, and nobody warned me about. Once the physical pain faded, a different kind of crash started. My energy was gone. My drive was gone. Brain fog all day. A short fuse over nothing, and always wanted to be left alone. The edge that built my business was gone. And here's what made no sense to me. I'm the guy people hire for this. I know how to train. I know how to eat. I was doing all of it, and none of it was the missing piece. Back then, I just thought I was breaking. So I did what you're supposed to do. I went to my doctor. He ran lab, looked me over, and told me the 3 words that have cost more men their health than almost anything else. You look healthy, or what they can call it now, you're within the range. Then he offered me something to manage the symptoms and send me on my way. Nobody, and I say nobody, asked me the right question, which is, what's actually causing this? I refused to accept this is just normal for a guy my age. So I stopped waiting for permission and I ran my own full blood panel. Because sometimes average is bad. A number can sit right inside the reference range and still be the reason you feel like a stranger in your own body. Most doctors see within the range and stop looking. That's exactly why they lose you. And when my result came back, they showed me something no one had ever bothered to check for. Looking through my panel, a few markers were out of line. One number stopped me cold. My total testosterone was almost 300, but my free was extremely low. And I want to pause here because this is where most TRT videos start lying to you. The total number on its own means nothing. For one man, that exact level is fine. He wakes up sharp, strong, driven, with no reason to touch it. For another man, it is the reason his life is quietly falling apart. The number only means something next to how you actually feel and what is the rest of your blood work is saying. One marker is never the whole story. A basic panel is never enough. In my case, the number and the symptoms totally lined up perfectly. Testosterone runs your energy, your sleep, and your drive at work and at home. It's a big part of what makes you feel like a man. When it drops, all of it drops with it, and you start blaming your age for something your biology is begging you to fix. So after we looked at the whole picture, I made the decision to start TRT, and I did it the right way, the right dose of HCG. It kept my own system running, real medical supervision. But here's what the clinic will never tell you, and it is the whole reason I made this video. The injection was not the thing that turned my life around. TRT is just a replacement. It stands for testosterone replacement therapy. It brings you back to normal. It was never built to make you a superhuman. And if you walk in expecting it to fix your life alone, you'll be let down, and you'll be on it forever, chasing a feeling it can give you. Before I took a single injection, I fixed the foundation. My sleep, my food, my deficiencies that the panel finally exposed. The boring work is where 60 to 70% of how I feel today actually came from. Which brings me to what happened once both of these things were finally working together. And that part surprised even me. It took about 4 to 6 weeks before I felt the first real change. The energy came back first. The kind is just when you open your eyes in the morning. For years, I've been faking it with caffeine. That was real stable, and it held all day. I could sit with my kids, my family, at the end of a long day and actually enjoy it instead of counting the minute until everyone left me alone. The change I never saw coming was my physique coming back at 40, even better than I was in my 20s. And that was the smallest part of it. The real wins was walking up and feeling like myself again. A man thought it was gone for good. So here's what actually happened. I was depleted, and I spent years calling age. My body was running empty, and even my doctor I saw signed off on it. The blood work gave me my life back. The food and sleep rebuilt me. And the TRT just filled the lost gap. Once everything underneath was finally solid. And this is the part that I still makes me angry. I had to diagnose myself. A man who spent his whole life around health had to go around his own doctors to find an answer that was sitting in his blood the entire time. Remember, your doctor's trained to catch disease only. Building a high performer was never his job. So he sees no disease on your labs and he tells you you're fine. The TRT clinic is even worse. They will hand the script to almost any man who walks through the door. Low testosterone or not, because the prescription is the product. Neither one ever asks what actually causing this. Now I'll be straight about the downside. Go on TRT the wrong way and your body stop making its own. Skip the HCG, skip the supervision, and you're not going to get the happy ending. And if you never fix this, sleep, the food, and the deficiencies underneath, and you will spend the rest of your life on an injection that is just masking the problem you've never solved. So before you ever book a TRT consult, do one thing for me. Pull up your lost blood work and look for the hormone markers and your deficiencies that actually drive how you feel. If they're not on there, your picture is incomplete. You're about to make a big decision on half the information. I keep telling you, the foundation did 60 to 70% of the work, and the TRT was only the last gap. So the obvious question is, what the foundation actually is. There is a handful of markers most men never measure, and boring routine that moves the testosterone more than injection ever will. So watch this next, where I show you exactly what to fix to get your energy, your drive, and your confidence back without guessing. Because you're not getting old, you're getting depleted. And in that video, I will show you how to reverse it.